In Africa's wild heart, legends are written not in ink but in scars, etched deep into the flesh and memory of those who survive here. This is a land where every sunrise brings new challenges and only the bravest endure. Here stories are whispered on the wind, carried across endless plains, and passed down through generations of animals and people alike. Two such legends stand above the rest: Scarface of the Maasai Mara, a king marked by resilience, wisdom, and a will to survive against all odds, and Kinky Tail of the infamous Mapogo coalition, a lion whose name became synonymous with raw, unyielding power and fearlessness. Scarface wore his wounds with pride, each scar a testament to battles fought and territories defended. He ruled for years, not just with brute strength but with a strategist's mind and a survivor's heart, earning the respect of friend and foe alike. Kinky Tail, born in South Africa's Sabi Sand, was the Mapogo's enforcer, aggressive, fearless, and relentless. His reputation for dominance spread far beyond his territory, striking fear into rivals and inspiring awe in those who witnessed his power. These two lions never met, their lives separated by vast stretches of untamed wilderness and the boundaries of their own kingdoms. Yet their reputation sparked a timeless question. What if Scarface, the master tactician, faced Kinky Tail, the unstoppable berserker? Who would prevail in a battle of legends? It would be more than a fight. It would be a clash of philosophies, endurance and cunning versus explosive force and aggression. A contest not just of muscle, but of spirit and legacy. Imagine a neutral ground, the endless Serengeti, where neither lion holds advantage, and the outcome is determined only by their character and will. The air would be thick with tension, as two apex predators size each other up, each aware that this encounter could define their legacy forever. This isn't just a hypothetical battle, it's a celebration of what makes these lions extraordinary, and a reflection on the qualities that define true greatness in the wild. Their stories, full of courage, strategy, and raw power, have left an indelible mark on Africa, and on our imagination, inspiring awe and respect for generations to come. In the end, their legends endure, echoing across the savannah as the wild's greatest tales, forever part of Africa's untamed soul. Scarface wasn't born a king. He earned his crown through grit and cunning. Rising as one of the four musketeers, he claimed prime territory in the Mara, his iconic scar a badge of survival after a Maasai spear. His reign lasted over a decade, rare in a world where most males fall quickly. Scarface's strength was matched by intelligence. He fought when needed but knew when to wait, leading his coalition with quiet confidence. He protected his pride, fathered many cubs, and faced down rivals and hyenas alike. Even in old age, he stood his ground against younger coalitions, his courage undiminished. Scarface's endurance was legendary. He could absorb punishment and wear down any challenger. Yet he showed gentleness with his cubs, a leader both fierce and compassionate. Scarface became a symbol of the Mara, wild, resilient, and wise. His legacy is one of courage, strategy, and an unbreakable will to survive. In the heart of Sabi Sand, a legend was born: the Mapogo Coalition. This was no ordinary pride, but a brotherhood of 6 formidable male lions who ruled the land with an iron paw. Their reign was defined by fear, power, and a relentless drive to dominate every inch of their territory. Among these giants, one lion stood out above the rest: Kinky Tail. He was infamous for his raw aggression, explosive strength, and a presence that sent shivers through the savannah. His very roar could silence the bush, and his glare was enough to make rivals hesitate. Kinky Tail's reputation wasn't just built on stories, it was forged in battle. He led brutal campaigns against rival coalitions, annihilating any who dared challenge the Mapogos. He never hesitated, never backed down, and his courage inspired fear and respect in equal measure. The Mapogo coalition's path to dominance was paved with violence. Together, they killed over 100 lions, reshaping the balance of power in the region. Kinky Tail was often at the front, leading the charge with unmatched ferocity. His fighting style was pure shock and awe. He would charge headfirst into danger, overwhelming his opponents before they could even react. His speed and power left rivals reeling, and his boldness became legendary. Kinky Tail was fearless, often taking on multiple rivals at once. He even helped bring down a full-grown bull giraffe, a feat that few lions would dare attempt. His strength and determination seemed limitless. Yet this relentless aggression was both his greatest strength and his ultimate weakness. The scars he bore were a testament to his countless battles, but also a warning of the dangers he faced. In 2010, the Mapogos faced a new threat, the younger, ambitious Majingalani coalition. True to his nature, Kinky Tail charged into battle against 5 powerful rivals, refusing to retreat even when the odds were stacked against him. Outnumbered and surrounded, Kinky Tail fought with unmatched ferocity. He battled until the very end, refusing to surrender, but was ultimately overwhelmed and killed, a true warrior's end, marked by courage and defiance. Kinky Tail's legacy endures, a lion who lived and died by the sword, a symbol of untamed, ferocious power. His story echoes through the wild, inspiring awe and respect in all who hear it. His life was a saga of dominance, violence, and the high price of relentless aggression. He changed the fate of the Sabi Sand forever, leaving a mark that will never fade. Kinky Tail remains the ultimate wild warrior, a legend whose spirit still roams the African plains. Scarface and Kinky Tail, 2 killers, 2 philosophies. Their rivalry is more than just a clash of claws and teeth. It's a battle of minds, instincts, and survival tactics honed over years in the wild. Scarface was the strategist, defensive, patient, a master of endurance who waited for mistakes and outlasted his foes. He preferred to conserve energy, watching and learning before making his move. He was a marathoner in a world of sprinters, using intelligence and stamina to win wars of attrition. Scarface's battles were often long and grueling, but he thrived in the slow burn, wearing down his opponents over time. Kinky Tail was the opposite, a sprinter, all about overwhelming force and speed, ending fights before they could drag on. He believed in striking hard and fast, never giving his rivals a chance to recover. His approach was simple: attack with everything, right from the start. Kinky Tail's ferocity was legendary, and his reputation for explosive violence spread quickly across the savannah. Mentally, Scarface was calm and calculating, forged by years of leadership and survival. He read the landscape and his enemies, always thinking several moves ahead. Kinky Tail was pure warrior, reckless, fearless, driven by dominance. He thrived in chaos, using aggression as both shield and weapon. Physically, both were impressive. Scarface, large and scarred, built for endurance. Kinky Tail, a powerhouse of muscle and explosive movement. Each lion's body told the story of his chosen path. Scarface's strength was resilience. He could take punishment and keep going. Kinky Tail's was raw impact, able to end a fight in seconds with sheer force. Their differences make their hypothetical battles so compelling. It's a classic matchup: brains versus brawn, patience versus power. Would patience and strategy outlast fury and force? Could Scarface's experience and cunning withstand Kinky Tail's relentless assault? Or would the storm break the rock? Would Kinky Tail's aggression shatter Scarface's defenses before he could respond? That's the question at the heart of their legend, a timeless struggle between 2 titans, each embodying a different path to power and survival. Picture the Serengeti, neutral ground, sun blazing, tension thick. Scarface approaches, calm and calculating, every move measured. Kinky Tail arrives, energy crackling, aggression in every step. Scarface circles, testing, forcing Kinky Tail to expend energy. He waits, letting the younger lion burn himself out. Kinky Tail, seeing patience as weakness, explodes into action, a direct head-on charge. Scarface's strategy: weather the storm, use the open space, and let Kinky Tail's fire burn fast. Kinky Tail's plan: end it quickly, overwhelm with force, and break the old king before stamina can matter. 2 philosophies, 1 battleground. The outcome hangs on who can impose their style first. The Serengeti holds its breath. In one outcome, Scarface's plan works perfectly. Kinky Tail charges, fury unleashed, but Scarface sidesteps, taking a glancing blow. The fight becomes a brutal dance. Kinky Tail's attacks are relentless, but Scarface absorbs the punishment, clinching and slowing the pace. Scarface isn't trying to win yet, he's making Kinky Tail spend energy, turning aggression into exhaustion. As the sun beats down, Kinky Tail's speed fades, his breathing grows heavy. Scarface, battered but steady, begins his own offense. Methodical, grinding, targeting old injuries. The fight turns into a marathon and Kinky Tail's power wanes. A clumsy lunge leaves Kinky Tail exposed. Scarface seizes the moment, crippling his rival. Exhausted and injured, Kinky Tail can't continue. Scarface stands over him, bloody but victorious. Endurance and experience have outlasted brute force. The old king proves that patience and strategy can triumph even against the wildest storm. The strategist wins the day. In another version, power wins. Kinky Tail's charge is too fast, too strong. Scarface is knocked off his feet. Before he can recover, Kinky Tail is on him, a whirlwind of violence. Scarface fights back, but the assault is overwhelming. Kinky Tail gives no room to breathe, landing a crippling bite early. Scarface's endurance never becomes a factor. The fight is too intense, too quick. The strategist's mind is sharp, but his body fails under the onslaught. Kinky Tail delivers the final decisive blow. The king of the Mara is defeated. The Mapogo warrior stands victorious. In this scenario, raw aggression and power claim the crown. There's a third outcome, a draw that honors both lions' spirits. The battle is brutal, each lion pushing the other to the brink. Scarface weathers the initial storm, but is left bleeding and exhausted. Kinky Tail, having spent his energy, finds his attacks blunted by Scarface's resilience. The fight settles into a stalemate, every move countered, every blow matched. Both lions are battered, bloodied, and spent. Neither can break the other's will. Finally, they separate, panting, battered, but unbowed. No victor's roar, just mutual respect between two legends. Each limps away, carrying new scars and the knowledge they met their equal. It's a draw, two kings, neither conquered. Their battle becomes legend, a testament to the wild's greatest warriors. In the end, the fight matters less than the legacies left behind. Scarface, the wise king, ruled with endurance and intelligence, teaching us that true strength is more than muscle. Kinky Tail, the ultimate warrior, embodied raw power and fearless dominance. Their stories transcended the wild, captivating people worldwide. They became symbols, one of resilience, the other of ferocity. Their lives inspired documentaries, raised awareness for lion conservation, and gave a face to Africa's wild majesty. Scarface and Kinky Tail redefined what it means to be a lion, strategy and endurance versus power and aggression. Together they showed the full spectrum of lion greatness. Their legends will echo for generations, immortal kings ruling our imagination. In the wild and in our hearts their stories live on. Kinky Tail, a lion of the infamous Mapogo coalition, emerged with a reputation that would soon echo across the African wilderness. His name came from the unmistakable kink in his tail, but it was his ferocity and raw strength that truly set him apart from the rest. The Mapogo coalition was a force unlike any other, 6 powerful males, united by blood and ambition, who swept through the region with unmatched brutality. Their reign was marked by a ruthless approach to dominance, and their presence sent shockwaves through the lion prides of Sabi Sands. Kinky Tail stood out, not just for his kinked tail, but for his boldness and cunning. He often led the coalition into their most aggressive campaigns, showing a willingness to take risks that others would shy away from. His leadership style was both inspiring and intimidating, earning him a reputation as a lion to be feared and respected. His rise to power was marked by relentless territorial conquests. Kinky Tail and his brothers would patrol vast stretches of land, challenging any rival that dared to cross their path. Each victory added to his legend, and soon his name was spoken with a mix of awe and dread by all who lived in the shadow of the Mapogos. Every hunt, every skirmish was a test of strength and strategy. Kinky Tail quickly proved himself as a formidable force, not just with his claws and teeth, but with his sharp instincts and unyielding determination. He was a lion who thrived in the chaos of battle, always pushing forward, never backing down. Rival coalitions constantly challenged the Mapogos, seeking to claim their territory and power. But time and again, it was Kinky Tail's courage and fighting spirit that turned the tide in their favor. His presence on the battlefield inspired his brothers and struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. Through every trial, his leadership and unyielding spirit became the backbone of the coalition's dominance. The Mapogos looked to him for guidance, and he never failed to rise to the occasion, forging a legacy that would be remembered for generations. The legend of Kinky Tail began with blood, battle, and an unbreakable will, a story of survival, power, and the relentless pursuit of dominance in the wild heart of Africa. Kinky Tail was more than just a lion. He was a living legend, a creature whose very presence seemed to command the wild. His reputation stretched far beyond the boundaries of his territory, whispered about by those who had seen him, and even those who had only heard the stories. He was a force of nature, a storm wrapped in muscle and sinew. His aggression was legendary, few dared to challenge him, and those who did often regretted it. Kinky Tail led charges with a fearless heart, facing down threats without a moment's hesitation. Whether it was a rival lion, a prowling hyena, or even a much larger animal, he never backed down. On the hunt, he was relentless, moving with a silent, predatory grace that belied his size. Every muscle in his body was tuned for the chase, and his focus was absolute. He often took on prey larger than himself, showing a courage and determination that set him apart from other lions. His powerful jaws and razor-sharp claws made him a formidable hunter, and his boldness inspired awe. His mere presence could send rivals fleeing in terror, their confidence crumbling under his intense gaze. Even the bravest challengers thought twice before crossing his path. His roar was a thunderclap across the plains, echoing for miles and announcing his dominance to all who heard it. It was a sound that sent shivers through the savannah, a warning and a promise. Yet, beneath this fearsome exterior, Kinky Tail was fiercely loyal to his brothers. The bond they shared was unbreakable, forged in the fires of countless battles and hunts. He would often risk his own life for their safety, stepping between them and danger without a second thought. His loyalty was as fierce as his bite. Within the coalition, Kinky Tail was both protector and leader, guiding his brothers and ensuring the pride's survival. His leadership was marked by strength, wisdom, and an unwavering sense of duty. Kinky Tail's strategic mind matched his physical power. He was always alert, always calculating. He knew when to strike and when to hold back, reading the landscape and his enemies with uncanny intuition. He understood that true strength sometimes meant knowing when to fight and when to retreat, preserving his energy for battles that truly mattered. His life was defined by the thrill of the hunt, the chase that set his heart pounding and his instincts on fire. Every pursuit was a test of his skill and courage, and in the heat of battle, he was a whirlwind of fury and power. Other lions feared him, knowing that to face Kinky Tail was to face the very embodiment of wild strength. His legend grew with every encounter, as stories of his victories and daring spread across the land. Even those who never saw him felt his influence. Kinky Tail was a king among kings, a ruler whose authority was never questioned. His regal bearing and commanding presence set him apart from all others. He ruled through sheer will and ferocity, leaving an indelible mark on the savannah and in the hearts of all who witnessed his reign. The clash with the Sparta males marked a turning point in the history of the Mapogo coalition. It was a moment that would test the strength, unity, and determination of these legendary lions like never before. For Kinky Tail, this was more than just another fight. It was his defining moment, the event that would etch his name into the annals of lion lore. The Sparta coalition, fierce and ambitious, rose up to challenge the Mapogo's rule over the vast savannah. Their arrival signaled the beginning of a brutal and unforgiving confrontation, one that would leave scars on both sides. Kinky Tail and his brother, the formidable Mr. T, found themselves facing overwhelming odds, yet they stood their ground with unmatched courage, refusing to back down even as the enemy closed in. The battle that erupted was nothing short of ferocious. Dust filled the air as claws and teeth clashed, and the roars of the combatants echoed across the plains. Both sides suffered heavy losses, each lion fighting with everything he had. Through it all, Kinky Tail's resolve never wavered. He fought not just for himself but to protect his coalition, and above all, his beloved brother. His loyalty and determination shone through every moment of the struggle. As the fight raged on, Kinky Tail's last stand became a symbol of loyalty and bravery. Surrounded by enemies, he refused to surrender, embodying the spirit of a true warrior. In a final act of selflessness, Kinky Tail sacrificed himself, holding off the attackers so that Mr. T could escape. His actions ensured that the Mapogo legacy would endure, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Kinky Tail fell in battle, his body battered but his spirit unbroken. Across the savannah, his story was whispered by the wind, carried from pride to pride as a tale of heroism and sacrifice. His death was not in vain. Instead, it cemented his status as a legend, a lion whose courage would inspire generations to come. The battle was about more than just territory or power. It was a fight for honor, for the right to be remembered as true kings of the wild. Kinky Tail's heroism ensured that his name would never be forgotten. His legacy became a guiding light for the Mapogo, and a warning to all who would challenge them. Though the Mapogo's dominance was tested by the Sparta males, their legend only grew stronger. The coalition's unity and ferocity became the stuff of legend, inspiring awe and respect throughout the animal kingdom. In the end, Kinky Tail's legacy was forged in the fires of battle, a testament to the power of loyalty, sacrifice, and the unbreakable spirit of the Mapogo lions. In the Maasai Mara, another legend ruled, Scarface. Scarface, marked by his battle scars, led with resilience and wisdom. Unlike Kinky Tail's aggression, Scarface's reign was defined by strategy and patience. He faced adversity from a young age, each scar telling a story of survival. Scarface built alliances, understanding the power of unity in the wild. His leadership brought stability and growth to his pride. Scarface avoided unnecessary conflict, choosing calculated moves over brute force. His reign was a period of prosperity, his pride thriving under his watchful eye. Scarface's legacy was one of endurance and intelligence. Scarface's life was a masterclass in survival through strategy. He adapted to the harsh Mara, relying on intelligence over aggression. Forming alliances, he secured his territory and protected his pride. Scarface's measured approach avoided needless battles, focusing on long-term success. Each scar was a testament to his ability to endure and outthink rivals. His patience and foresight set him apart from other lions. Scarface thrived by playing the long game, ensuring his pride's future. His story is a lesson in the art of survival. Kinky Tail and Scarface, two legends, two very different kings. Kinky Tail ruled through fear and force, thriving in chaos and battle. Scarface led with patience, strategy, and alliances, outlasting his rivals. Kinky Tail expanded territory with aggression. Scarface maintained his with careful planning. Their contrasting styles reflected their unique strengths and understanding of lion life. Kinky Tail sought immediate dominance. Scarface built lasting stability. Both became legends, each respected for their approach to leadership. Their stories reveal the complexity of survival in the wild. Two kings, two legacies, each unforgettable. Picture a golden sunset at a waterhole. Kinky Tail and Scarface meet at last. Tension crackles as these titans size each other up, each aware of the other's legend. Kinky Tail roars, charging with raw power and aggression. Scarface stands firm, his scars a silent warning of battles survived. The clash is fierce, Kinky Tail's force against Scarface's cunning. Each move is calculated, each strike a test of strength and strategy. The outcome is uncertain, a true battle of wits and will. This imagined showdown captures the essence of their rivalry, power versus patience. Kinky Tail and Scarface, two lions, two unforgettable legacies. Kinky Tail's story is one of raw power, dominance, and fearless leadership. Scarface's legacy is built on resilience, strategy, and the wisdom of survival. Both left their mark on the wild, inspiring awe and respect. Their contrasting styles remind us of the many paths to greatness. The legends of Kinky Tail and Scarface continue to inspire. Their stories are a testament to the enduring power of the lion. Who would win, Kinky Tail or Scarface? The answer isn't simple. Kinky Tail's dominance was immediate and overwhelming. Scarface's strength lay in patience and long-term strategy. The ultimate winner depends on what you value, raw power or enduring wisdom. Both lions shaped their worlds and left lasting legacies. Their rivalry is a celebration of the diversity of leadership in the wild. The debate continues, fueled by the legends they left behind. No story of Kinky Tail is complete without his brother, Mr. T. Mr. T's aggression and loyalty were crucial to the Mapogo's dominance. Their bond was unbreakable, especially in their final stand against the Sparta males. If Mr. T had joined a showdown with Scarface, the outcome might have changed entirely. The power of brotherhood shaped the Mapogo legend. For those fascinated by these stories, documentaries and books offer deeper insight into lion life. The tales of the Mapogo coalition and Scarface's reign are just the beginning. The wild is full of legends waiting to be discovered.